everybody, what's good? This is your girl, I am the Bronze Goddess, and it's time for another strawberry letter. Let's go get 'em. I'm a 23-year-old college grad, hardworking. Long story short, I have my stuff together and my head is on straight. I wish I could be more like other women my age and date as many guys as I want and just have fun at this age. But it is very hard for me to let someone get close to me. I am so afraid of love. I don't want to be in love. Even the word romance makes me cringe. Literally, I just don't want to be like these women who give their all to a man and end up brokenhearted. It used to be so bad that I would stop talking to a guy if I felt like it was getting to be a little bit too much. Through college, I met a guy who is the same age as me, and we would laugh and have so much fun together. He tells me he loves me, but I just can't say it back. I feel like he is more of a friend than anything else, but I do care for him. He supports my dreams and does all the things that I feel like a boyfriend should do. I should love him, right? But I don't. One night I went out with a few of my friends who were telling me that I needed to get out more often, and I met a man. He's a 29-year-old man who is nothing like what I thought I would date. His lifestyle is a lot different from mine. I'm a boring Nancy, and he's the life of the party. He takes me out on nice dates, buys me gifts, sends me flowers, and makes me feel different. He even told me that he is beginning to fall in love with me. He's even made reference to building a life with me, jokingly. I'm guessing to see how I would take it. I really like him. He's all that I can think about. Sometimes he makes me feel beautiful, but he has a different lifestyle that I never thought that I would have to get accustomed to. He has a 7-year-old son whom he takes care of himself. This is just as much to take in for me. So sometimes I distance myself and I hang out more with the other guy, even though I never really see myself being serious with him at all. I had no idea what to do. I don't know why I'm so afraid to do something that people do every day and would die for. LOL. Should I just pass them both up? What should I do? She doesn't know. All right, so I'm going to jump right into this particular letter. First of all, you shouldn't be afraid of love. I know, I can feel you on this. I know that love is probably one of, if not the biggest risk that you can take. To put yourself out there, love makes you so vulnerable. It's like being naked. You strip down everything, all of your flaws, everything, and you're asking somebody to take you as you are. And it's just such a vulnerable feeling. I understand your apprehension with wanting to open up like that to someone. Love is a very risky thing. There's a chance that the person who you're saying it to may not feel the same way, that the love may not be returned. Or the love could be taken advantage of. The love could be used. I totally get that. But that doesn't mean that love can also, not be beautiful. As a person who is currently in love, it is one of the most beautiful things in the entire world. To love that deeply is incredible. You're doing yourself an extreme injustice by not opening yourself up a little bit. I know there's risk involved, but if you're careful and you take your time and you love as pure as you can, that's all you can do. No one has a guarantee the person who you love will not break your heart one day. But it's that moment in between. That's what you do it for. And I even got some props for you, okay? I feel like in this particular situation, you thought love was going to look like this. You got this, you expected it to be in your favorite color bow. You expected it to look a certain way. And that's what the other dude represents. The dude who makes sense to you. The dude who looks good on paper. The other guy. The guy that you feel nothing for. That you love the way he loves you, but you don't love him. You love that he supports your dream and all that. And you love that he adores you and all that. You love the way he loves you, but you don't love him. Your feelings for him are empty. There's nothing there. And this is what you expected. You expected love to look a certain way and you don't know how to react when love could possibly look like this. This wasn't what you were expecting. You were expecting a frilly box, a nice little bow, and you got this guy. Hard, the extreme opposite, no bow, dark in color. But sometimes what you find in this box is exactly what you wanted. This is my Michael Kors. But anyway, my point is, love does not always look a certain way. And I know the other women will tell you here in the comment section, a lot of us have fallen in love or fell in love with somebody that didn't necessarily fit our ideal of love. He may be a little bit shorter. He may already have children. He may have spent some time in jail. He may not have gone to college or whatever the situation is. He may not be as attractive as you would have wanted, no matter what it is. It's not always a bad thing, but it may be so many different things that you thought love was supposed to look like, and it doesn't necessarily fit that ideal. But that doesn't mean that's not the right person for you. I don't know if the guy with the son is the right person for you, but I know from the way that you described him, he sounds amazing. As you say, a lot of women would kill for this kind of relationship. You're going to let this guy go because he has a son? It doesn't have anything to do with him, actually. It has more to do with you. How open-minded are you to love looking different? To love not exactly fitting your ideal? You sound like you're highly intelligent. You said you've been to college and you're a grad student and you got all these things working for you. If the fact that he is a responsible father is a downer for you, he may not be the right one for you. And I'm not trying to dish you, but I'm being honest. You may not be mature enough to handle that responsibility. And it is a huge responsibility. If the relationship goes well, you could end up being the stepmother to the 7-year-old son. And that may not be what you want. You may not be ready for motherhood or anything like that. But I don't think you should close yourself off to the possibility of the thing. And I'm not, whether it's this guy or the guy that you met in college that's around your age and has less baggage, so to speak, it all comes down to you. They're not the issue here. You're the issue. You have to find a way to let yourself go. You are somebody who would not do well with that. It's a confidence exercise. You know that when you're trying to get faith, as a trust exercise, when you're trying to get trust with somebody, a lot of times you'll go to therapy and the therapist will have you just fall. Just put your arms back and free fall into the arms of someone who you've had trust issues with. You are the type of person who will look back. You will hesitate. You will flinch up. You are unable to let go and fall in love. It doesn't matter if it's the first guy or the second guy. This is not their issue. This is your issue. I know love is scary. Love is a huge, huge risk that you're taking. But there is nothing more beautiful in so many forms. Whether it's loving your mom, whether it's loving, for me, being a mother and loving my children, loving my husband, you have to open yourself up to this feeling. No matter how successful you are, your life will not be complete without love. Whether it's love for God, whether it's love for yourself, love is essential. It's a necessity. Some way, somehow, you got to pencil love in. I know you got your life according to plan and you sound very militant and regimented and I don't want to, even the idea of romance makes me cringe. But you got to loosen up. You're going to miss out on some of the most beautiful moments in life if you don't loosen up. And you're 23 years old. Why are you trying to settle anyway? If neither one of them are what you want, you don't have to choose right now at 23 years old who you're going to be with, who you choose to love. I'm only saying if you're starting to feel those bells and whistles, if you're starting to feel that feeling that only, that's very, very hard to describe. You're starting to feel love for the other guy with the child. Don't pass that up. You may have to change your idea of what love looks like. But if you're not careful, you're going to miss it altogether. So what I'm going to say to you is pray about it. Pray that God will help you to be vulnerable enough and open enough to love. And that God will help you to find the person who has his kind of love. The kind of person that you find to be somebody who will love you and have your best intentions at heart. But I know it's a risk. No matter who you choose, it's going to be a risk. Whether it's the young one that's near your age or the older one with the son, you're still going to have to put yourself out there. That's one step that you're not going to be able to avoid. You're not going to be able to, you can't use logic. You can't throw logic at love. Sometimes love doesn't make any sense. It is what it is, and you love who you love. But you got to open yourself up to it, or you're going to miss out on the most incredible thing that this life has to offer. And that's spending it with someone who truly cares about you, someone who puts your needs above their own. But anyway, I'm not going to get into that too much, but I'm just saying you got to be open to the idea of love, and don't be surprised if it's not exactly what you thought. Love comes in many different forms, but that doesn't mean it's not love. And stop looking so much at the outside. What's inside these boxes? What's in the person? He treats you amazing. Somebody has a son. I mean, that's my opinion. But of course, it's up to you. If you don't want to be with somebody that has a child, you have every right to have your own preference. If you don't want to be a parent, if you're thinking about the future and you don't want to be a stepmom, or you want to be with a guy that he doesn't have any children and you guys only have children together, you have every right to have your own preference. But if you are loving him and you are caring for him, then you will grow to accept his son. And if you truly do end up loving him, you will love his son just because it came from him. You will love him and his son. But if you cut every relationship off before it even gets a chance to flourish, nothing will ever bloom. Anyway, I love you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Till next time, later, divas and dudes. Deuces, honey.